Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Salgado, and you're watching the Rise Network.
Welcome to Ghosted and Roasted with Blair Bishop. This is the podcast about all things dating with a comedic twist, and I have a guest today. You want to introduce yourself?
Leron Crowder.
Yeah, he's one of my comedy friends, and Archie is jealous that there's a man in the house. Come here, bro. Anyway, pardon that. Should we restart that?
Nah, we good.
Okay.
The raw stuff is the best.
Yeah.
Archie, when I walked in the house, he scratched my nuts. So, like, literally, his index, or whatever that finger is, right to the nuts. I think I might be my water broke or something. Something wet down there. And I'm scared to check. But I am getting lightheaded. He's aggressive.
Listen, I don't have insurance for that.
That's all right. Me neither.
Okay. Anyway, so what's your dating life like?
What now?
Sure, yeah.
I don't. Okay, so what's the definition of dating?
You tell me.
I don't know because I hear people say they're dating and I don't know what that definition means. Now, in my mind, dating means like going out and taking the time to get to know people.
Yeah.
I don't do that. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, so I don't know.
What you
like,
do.
Yeah, so it's not like I wouldn't call it dating, but some people will call that dating too. So I don't know.
Do you have? Okay. Well, I mean, that is dating, I guess. I mean, there's friends with benefits. There's dating.
Yeah.
People oftentimes date to be married, which
That's
I know.
how I ended up married.
Yeah.
So I ended up married because when I met my ex-wife, we were both in the same space where we weren't having sex. So we didn't have sex at all.
Before, like, until you got married?
Yeah. Well, technically. So
semantics.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what it is. Definitely semantics. But we started off dating with intention.
I like
so
that.
We wanted to make sure that we were in our relationship for the right reason. So sex was not a thing.
That's good.
And it didn't even bother me at all because I just enjoyed getting to know who she was.
Yeah.
And it came at a time like every year, well, not since I started doing comedy, but before I started doing comedy, every year from Black Friday to New Year's, I get off social media. I go dark. No, nothing.
Really?
This was before comedy, but now since I have to be on there, so it's not the same. But before comedy, I would do that. Take about a month off of social media just to connect with myself and connect with people because I was born in the 80s. So I came up in the 90s where there wasn't no phone. When we were out to dinner, you were locked into whoever you were out to dinner with.
Yeah.
It was just like connection. And I realized that social media has a way of taking that from us. So I consciously, with intention, would do that. I would cut out social media so I could just take that month to unload from all the stuff that you read on social media, all the bad news, all the tragedy, just all the people, like connecting with all these different people you might not ever really see in your life. So I took that time to just, I read, I worked on myself. I just did like normal stuff that I would do in the 90s. I met my ex-wife during that time. And during that time, that's when I was spending so much time with her. It was like every day. And we're on the phone talking every day. And then it just started becoming like we accelerated. The attention became accelerated.
It was just real connection.
Right. And I met her October of 2016. We were married May 2017.
Wow.
Yeah. So it happened.
That was 7 months later.
Yeah. So, but we ended up having sex like a month before. Once I proposed, we already knew where we was at, and then we just had sex. And then
wait, you proposed, and a month later you were married?
Well,
wait, when did you propose?
I proposed. I can't remember what month. I proposed, but it was after I proposed where it was like, you know what, we're here now. We're going to get married, and then yeah.
What'd you do? Like, go to the courthouse? Because
Yeah,
seems...
courthouse. It was a courthouse. We did a chapel. It was a chapel wedding, but it was just a few people, like our parents, my brother, her brother, and like her grandma, maybe.
Do you have a reception or anything?
No.
No party?
No, we went straight after the wedding. We went to her house her mom's house, and they had cake and ice cream and stuff over there, and we just had that, and we sat up and we watched 13 Reasons Why. We just chill and just like that was our first night together, and I really wouldn't change it. Like it was so peaceful knowing like okay, I'm married now. This is my wife, but then went downhill. Went downhill from there. It went down a fucking hill. But because the next conversation, literally that next week, was kids.
Wow.
Not for me. I didn't want them.
Wait, how old were you?
42.
How old were you?
At the time? Yeah. Oh, I was like 33, maybe, 34.
How old was she?
25, 26.
Okay. So there's a little bit of an age
gap.
Yeah,
it was definitely an age gap. But she had a daughter already. She was like 5. I met her daughter. Well, she was like 5 when we got married, and then my oldest was like 6. So I was not in a rush to have kids. I was actually didn't want any. It's not that I didn't want any more. I wanted to continue to learn my wife and just enjoy our marriage, but she wanted them so bad, and we ended up having them and didn't stop. Didn't fucking stop at all.
Yeah, because you have like 4 kids, right?
4, yeah.
And one of them wasn't with her?
One of them was not with her. One was from a previous relationship. Okay. And then my 3 youngest is from her. Yeah.
Cool. So, and then she had 1, so that was like 5 total at certain times.
Yeah.
That had
it was never 5 total at the same time.
Okay.
When we got divorced, our youngest wasn't even born yet. So it was at the most it was 3. Okay. My oldest lives out of town now, and then so it was really just the 2 we had together, and then her oldest, and then our baby didn't come till after we separated. Okay. Well, she was conceived and then we separated. Yeah. Gotcha.
So how is date? Well, so you're not really dating.
No, not really. I wouldn't call it dating for real. Like I haven't really taken the time to like really get to like sit, not like I did with her.
Yeah.
That's what I would call dating, where I'm like intentional about where I see a relationship with this person. I haven't had that. I'm not scared of that. I actually miss it.
Yeah.
Like I miss stability and the security of knowing like, I'm going home to see this same person again. Like I miss that. Like I miss that. They were like random, and I'm not really random now. In fact, I'm not random at all. Like I haven't had anybody around my kids, not in that way. So my kids aren't used to like people in and out of my life. Or like I don't want that example for my son, and I don't want my daughters thinking that that's how men operate. Like it's okay to be around multiple women. I don't want my daughter seeing that. So I haven't really. That's the hardest part about dating is keeping them in mind when I do it, and I want to make sure that they understand that well, I don't want them to see daddy as a whore. So yeah.
I mean, I feel like I don't know what you do in your spare time. You know what I mean? But like, I feel like you have to quote kiss a bunch of frogs to find the right person.
Yeah.
So.
And I got time to kiss a bunch of frogs, but because we have our custody, we got joint custody, so I got them 50% of the time. So in that time, I mean, other than I do comedy stand up, so I really don't have a lot of time. That's another thing that makes dating harder is if I do it, I need it. I need the stability because women are. It's difficult to deal with more than one. And I don't want that distraction. Like, I can't afford that distraction for the time and stuff that I got going on in my life and with comedy and then my kids. I don't have the time to be a distraction. So I try to simplify things as much as I try not to waste people's time. If I know that there's no reason for me to be even going out with you or anything like that, I'm just not gonna waste the time. And you wanna know, okay, this is kind of crass, but
okay, let's hear it.
the way I figure out is, okay, so if I know if I got a date or I'm about to go out, this is how you know I like you or I want to like you. If we actually go to the date. Okay, so this is what, so
you set up dates and then you don't follow through?
Okay, no, this is the thing. If I set up the date, I'm not ghosting them, but if I set up, no, technically it would be ghosting. But if I set up the date and it's the day of, before the date, maybe like an hour or two before the date, I jerk off. And then that way, I know if I still want to go on that date, I really want to get to know this person. Because post nut clarity, it's a real thing. Sometimes after I do it, I don't even want to even talk to this person no more. It's like, I don't even want to go now. So
Post-nut clarity is the quote of the day.
Yeah, so if I go, then that means I'm really interested in this person's company or actually getting to know them. And I have to test myself because sometimes after I do it, and I'll be like, yeah, no, I don't want to talk to this person. I'll call them like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it. My kids are sick or something. They call COVID. Something like that.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. If you don't have a joke about that, please write that and say it on
I have
stage.
never talked about this in public.
Okay, we're writing jokes for you right now. Like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
I do it all the time. I do it whenever I know that there's a chance that I don't want to get to know this person. I just check myself, check engine light. I check my own engine light and see, like, do I have the emotional or mental capability to go out with this person? Most times it's no. Then that lets me know that it wasn't me that signed up for this date. It was him. It was Jiminy Dickett, my conscience.
Oh my God.
Jiminy Dickett told me to do
Did you make that up?
Yeah.
Jiminy Dickett?
Jiminy Dickett.
Like, did you hear that
That's
somewhere?
my conscious now. That's my conscious name.
You have so much material coming from this podcast episode. I bet you didn't even think that was going to happen.
It's just conscious. It's my conscience. That's all. It just makes
so
sense.
Fun. Oh my gosh. I'm here for it. Jiminy Dickett and post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity.
Okay, we'll have to make some t-shirts. I feel like that's a thing.
Post-nut clarity I did not make up. I think most men know what that is. Most times if men don't come on a date, they either just probably got done. Is it cussing okay?
Cussing's fine, but they'll probably lower the volume if it's the F-bomb or the C word.
I was about to say the F-bomb. What's the C word?
See you next Tuesday? Does that ring a bell?
See you next
C-U-N-T.
Oh, black people don't use that shit. I don't even know what is that?
It's a very offensive word. Let's get the actual dictionary definition because
because I never understood why do white people get so offended by that word?
I don't think it's just white people.
I've heard black people say it and they'd be like, they more offended that you even called them that because what is that?
It's a highly vulgar, taboo, and defensive slang term for the vulva or vagina.
So just calling somebody a pussy.
Yeah, and then often used as a severe misogynistic insult against women or to describe.
Oh, that's where it comes from. It's from it's one of them.
Oh, and it's regarded as one of the most offensive swear words in the U.S. So it's used differently and more casually in the U.K. and Australia.
I honestly never even heard. I've heard the word, but only people I've ever really get offended by it are white people. That's it. I've never heard like a black person get called a cunt and that word, and they weren't fighting words.
That's funny. So do you feel like there's what are the hardcore words that would be to that level in black culture?
I don't think there is any. I think most black people just vulgar. And we just used to just talking, and I don't think there's any words like that.
I think for me personally, if someone calls me the B word and their tone is serious.
No. Yeah, so that is a word, but that's what actually no, because that might be it. The B word, because unless you're a woman, women say it to each other a lot. But it's the tone of it.
Oh, bitch! Versus
but not ain't no man doing
mean.
Because if a man calls another man that, those is like fighting words. Because now you feel like somebody's trying to test you. So I guess bitch would be the word. I think that would be the word.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, we try to keep it not too crazy on here, but we're having real conversations, so things happen.
I don't even know where I was going, why I even actually would. But no, yeah.
I don't either.
Most men know. That's why. Most men, not most. I'm speaking for the dirtbags, and so a lot of men, if they don't make it to the date, they either just got done having sex, or they probably jerked off and felt like the time wasn't worth it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow. Save
some money. You know how much money I saved doing that? Save a lot of money.
That's part of your budgeting plan for the year.
Yep.
That's wild.
Good jerk off. That'll keep it away a $200 tab.
$200?
Yeah, I'm just making up a number, but yeah.
What would you say your average tab would be?
It depends on how big she is. And I don't mean like, and I don't mean her physically. I just mean like most women can eat. Like, so it just depends on how she eats.
What do you mean?
It just depends on how she eats. If she's like an eater, then it'll probably be a little heavy, which means I probably got to jerk off twice to really make sure that
Archie,
I don't go.
He's gonna tip the stand over with his ball. No, come here.
But
did you just see it wobble?
Yeah, I've watched it.
Like, oh no, he's full of piss and vinegar tonight.
But yeah, no. Yeah, like it just depends on what she capable of doing to a plate. I'm not an eater. I'm like I eat to survive. I just eat. If I eat a bag of peanuts, I'll be all right. As long as I just eat just so I don't die. I'm not a foodie. So really my part of the tab is not going to be that much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you don't think, like, in your experience, women don't mirror-ish what you do at all?
What you mean?
I feel like...
Oh, as far as like
what they order?
No. I don't think. I haven't found that to be a thing. Most women that I've entertained in that fashion, that we've made it to a date, they eat whatever they eat. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you always pay?
Always. Not even if. First date for sure. Actually, my ex-wife, she didn't pay for shit until like we were like into the marriage.
Wow.
Yeah. So but in that space and phase of time, you want to make sure that she don't feel like that burden. Not that it's a burden, because she has a job or had one then, so she it wasn't like she was hurting or anything. But that's not something you just always want to put your best foot forward in that fashion. But she started paying for stuff like once we got into like marriage. But as far as like dating wise, if I ask you out, especially, which most times it's the man that asks out.
Yeah.
If you ask, you should pay.
I think that's etiquette. That's normal etiquette. And I personally, not because of that, but in general, I prefer the guy to ask me out. I don't know. I feel like I like some traditional things.
You should. And but that's another thing that I found in those spaces of time when I got off the internet is you want to feel back connected to times where things were simple, where it's complicated in relationships to think like, for her to think, am I paying for tonight? Am I paying for this? Or like, that's complication. So you just want to simplify it as the man so she don't have to think. Like, that's the last thing she should want to do, is have to think on a date. So you just want to make sure all that stuff is taken care of. Like, even when the waiter comes and puts the thing down, I don't even waste time. I just grab it and move it away on my side of the table. So now if I don't like you, then I'll just stare at it.
If I feel like a date is not going well, I definitely like try to pay for my
But that's when the man knows. When he sees you do that, when a man sees you pull out your wallet, he knows that something is going terribly wrong on this date.
See, I feel like, I don't know if this is true or not, but of the dates, sorry, I keep feeling I have dog hair stuck in my chapstick.
Yeah,
and it's
I
driving
don't
me
see
crazy.
it. I don't see it, but I can see why he is, because
he's a fluffy dog. Anyway, but I feel like people are like, oh, it's 2026, girls should pay, blah blah blah, whatever, and that's why, like, I don't know that that's always the case.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. This is what I don't like about where we're at as men and women now. Like, the internet has a way of convincing us of stuff we really don't want. And that's because people are following the rules and guidelines and standards of people that are millionaires and billionaires and like well off and travel the world. They following all these different like standards that other people have that they can't afford to have at the time. Mm-hmm. So they're adapting those things into their own life. But what ends up happening is you'll see somebody with high standards, like a normal person with high standards. Not that you can't have high standards, but a normal person with high standards. And then they'll end up pregnant by somebody that works at McDonald's. And there ain't nothing wrong with somebody working at McDonald's. But I'm just saying, your standards are this high, but how did you get caught up in this situation? Because your standards aren't really that high. And you only trying to convince yourself and the people on the internet that they are, and you're going to fail. It's going to fail because you cannot live up to the standards that you have in your mind. It's just not possible.
Because like, well, actually, I've seen that. I've seen at least some women I know.
Yeah.
And their expectations of what the relationship will be are so high that it hasn't led them anywhere.
Because they can't live up to. They don't live the life to be able to live that way. Now, if it's somebody like standards are, if it's somebody like you have your stuff together, you don't got no kids, you don't got no, you don't have any like anything tethering you down to anything, like your responsibility is to yourself. Those are the type of women that y'all are allowed to have standards however fucking high you want. But what you can't be, don't come to me telling me your standards are this girl right here standards as high as yours, and you got kids at home that the dad don't even want to be around, and you live in this certain way. Like, nobody want to hear them standards, girl. I see your standards aren't that high. Like, you out here with me. Like, you just out here with me. So there are people who are allowed to have exceeding standards because y'all live a certain lifestyle that portrays that. But there are some that have those high standards that probably shouldn't have. You should probably be taking what you can get. You should probably take what you can get. And there's nothing wrong with having standards or making mistakes and changing your life. And like, there's nothing wrong with that aspect of it. But you gotta be realistic. There are people that see you as, they see you and your mistakes. And there are men that's not going to, I could see somebody fine, oh my gosh, she's so fucking beautiful. And this is another thing I hate. When the internet also does this, where women share everything.
Okay.
Like, don't tell men how bad the last man treated you. Because the next one is going to do the same thing to you because he sees what you allow.
Oh.
So you keep it to yourself. If you got hurt, cheated on, whatever, keep that shit buried inside. Go grieve, get it out your system. But when you go tell one of these other men that probably not going to want to take you serious, he cheated on me, he stole this from me, he did this to me. The next man is more than likely not going to look at you as the gift or as the prize that he thought you were before he found out that you allow abuse.
Well, what if you cut things off immediately? So, like, you're not going to put up with it. So maybe he did those things, but then you're like, no, we're over.
Yeah, but keep that to yourself, though. Don't tell the next man.
This is an interesting perspective.
Yeah, don't tell the next man. Do not tell the next man how the last man did you.
Interesting.
Because at that point, it's like, I guess some people do believe in one man's trash and another man's treasure. Like, yeah, sometimes. But sometimes it's also just trash. It's not like... Sometimes trash is trash. It still smells like trash. So if he sees that, he's not about to sweep in. Now there are some Captain Savers that will.
Some what?
I don't want to call them hoes, but Captain Saver hoes. And I'm not. I don't mean like all women.
Captain Save-A-Ho. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
There are some like that will come and swoop in and change your life. But for the most part, like no, like if a man sees a woman and sees her as this, and then he hears that you've been treated like this. It's like, then why the fuck do I need to come all the way up here when I could just stay down here where she's used to? Like, why would I do that? It doesn't make sense.
Why would a guy think of a girl saying that that's happened and like she wouldn't put up with it before? Why would he think it's okay to like put her through it again?
Yeah, but that's what dogs do. That's what it does. What
percentage of men would you consider dogs?
50.
Really?
That's why you don't do it. Because you don't know what you're dealing with. Now, when you're in the throes of your relationship, like you're past dating and it's okay to share your story then, but you don't want to be the one fresh out of a relationship telling everybody who did you bad, because the next bad person that's seen you getting done bad, you go, oh, I can come do it too now.
Ugh.
So you got to kind of like temper that and don't share. Transparency is good, but it's only good for people that you can trust. And if you can't trust them, you shouldn't be that transparent with
them. So at what point when you're dating do you figure out if you can trust someone?
That I don't know. That just depends on the connection that you have with somebody. Like there's been times like when my ex-wife, when she's told me stuff about her past but it wasn't, obviously we got married really fast, but it wasn't until she could trust that I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
So it's really case by case. Some people, they like even like the no sex rule. When people say 90 days, like, okay, that's cute. You wait 90 days, but what happens on day 91 when he be like, you know what, nah, I'm cool. that right. There's no time limit for that. So it's really case by case. You try to just figure out the person that you're with, and you watch out for the signs, the red flags, or what, if there's any. Mm-hmm. The green flags, all of that. You got to watch out for all that stuff to determine what you feel you're safe with. And most women are able to do that. You're able to tell, your intuition is able to tell, like, I trust this person not to.
Do you think that anyone really doesn't have any red flags? Like, I feel like everyone has something.
Everybody has if anybody say they don't got a red flag,
they're a narcissist,
or they didn't kill people before. They probably like some type of serial killer or something. If they didn't told you they don't have any everybody has red flags. Everybody, and the people that even act like they don't, stay away from them.
Yeah, well, yeah, the people that act like they don't are either probably insecure or narcissists.
Yeah,
and either way, that's not the vibe I'm going for.
And I don't even think that there will never be a time in your life where you won't have a red flag. But the thing is, you want to find the red flags that you can deal with.
Yep. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Is that like advice you would give to someone or yourself now for future picking your next person?
Yeah. And also you with experience, you just learn things about yourself, because none of us stay the same. Like we change, and when you change in whatever season that you are in your life, it's important that you realize that other people do that too, that they change. So it's always evolving. You'll never when you heal a red flag, another one's gonna pop up. You're never gonna be perfect, but what you can be is it's the same way with like imagine a broken heart.
Okay.
One heart broken. You pull it apart, like it looks terrible, but you just find somebody whose crevices and creases go perfectly with yours to complete it again. That's all it is. You'll never find somebody that's perfect, but you can find somebody perfect for you.
That's cute. That's a cool little image thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll never be perfect. You'll never find somebody perfect, but you'll find people perfect for you. And that's even with friendships. That's with intimate relationship. That's the trick. I think the goal of life is to find your tribe, find your people.
Yeah. And I feel like they ebb and flow sometimes.
Yeah.
Like in different seasons of life, different people fit in.
Yeah.
And you know,
it's going to happen, and that's also the thing. Even with marriage, like what I've learned from mine is those ebbs and flows happen, and sometimes it's like it's never going to be perfect, and sometimes it might be times where let's say we married.
Well, that'll be a first for me.
This house is burning down.
Oh God.
And your legs are broke. You can't get up and run, but mine are strong. Sometimes I'm going to have to be the one to carry you out. That's how marriage is. In seasons, you're going to have to be the one to carry the load of the marriage. Sometimes it's never going to be 50-50. Never going to be 50-50. But it's always going to be 100. It has to be 100 for both people. So when you are feeling at your worst, it's up to me to share that burden and carry you till you able to get better, and vice versa. That's how what I've learned from my past, like from my marriage. And it's those type of things that even that you take into your friendships. It's like those ebbs and flows. Sometimes we're not going to be our best or our strongest in conflict or in life, and it's up to the other people that you trust with you, that with your heart or with your entire being, that they are going to be the ones strong enough to carry you to until you can carry yourself.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
So, I mean that tracks. So, fingers crossed that happens at some point. But you don't have to answer this. Why did you and your ex not work out?
Well,
your ex-wife.
I think it was definitely because for me it was the kids, and a lot of times when people get into and this is also something I learned. Like I learned after the fact is that we aren't supposed to be the same. And with moms have a certain chemistry with kids where they're a little bit more. Kids they move to the forefront of a lot of moms' lives. Not all of them, but a lot of moms' lives are revolve around their kids.
Yep.
And with dads, a lot we're there. Like I'm present. Like I'm around my kids. I do things with them. Like I'm around, but my responsibility to my family was making sure she was the priority.
Making sure your ex-wife
my ex-wife was a priority, opposed to the kids were the priority. Hers was the priority, was the kids, and vice versa. But what ended up happening is this was also COVID. COVID really was a big thing about it because she works in healthcare, so she was still going to work. My black ass was at home every day with all these kids in the house, like every day, like all day long. And I was getting burnt out, and we ended up having a fight and an argument. I don't want to say fight; it was an argument. And we didn't talk for like 2 or 3 weeks around Christmas in the house. Yeah, it was bad.
You were living in the same house and did not speak.
We couldn't go nowhere. Pandemic. We was quarantined. There was none. She made me. I'm not gonna say what happened, but she made me. I was mad. But it was around Christmas, and I thought to myself, like, you know what? This is not, like, I don't want this spirit. Like, we're in this house. I don't want this Christmas spirit. I want my kids to be happy. So I went and made up that makeup sex.
I feel like a conversation may have been necessary before this.
No. I just went and apologized, and then I don't think I apologized, but I just said, hey man, we good. Like this is stupid. Like, cause I wasn't wrong. So I wasn't about to apologize for some shit I wasn't wrong about. So it was more of a olive branch. Yeah. So I extended my branch.
I know I can't ask because you said you're not gonna say what it was about, but I'm like,
yeah, I can't say.
How do you know you weren't wrong?
I know for a fact I wasn't wrong.
Like, would she also agree that you weren't wrong?
No, that's why the fight happened.
Right.
But in her mind, I'll tell you off the camera. I'll tell you what happened off the camera. But so I extended my branch. And when I extended it, our youngest came.
Oh.
Yes, that she was conceived that night. And it was like a week or two later. It was like after Christmas. It was like it was the right around New Year's. She came to me and told me, hey, I think I missed my period or I was pregnant or something. So I was like, she was happy. Like she wasn't like joyous, but she was pregnant. So she's happy. I wasn't. I'm like, another fucking kid in this quarantine. I'm about to be I'm not happy about this. And that's where, and she was already hormonal. So that's where it went downhill from there. Then at that point, it was just no saving it. Like she wanted the divorce. I gave it to her and yeah.
Well, at least that's good. I mean, at that point, if you both agreed or whatever, was it more of a dissolution?
No, because she was trying to.
You'd have probably just give.
She was trying to take full custody.
Oh.
That's where the divorce was fairly easy, but the custody part was. I don't know what even made her think in her mind that was about to happen. So that was more of the issue. But I mean, we're a little bit better now. Like we still don't talk, but it's still like cordial. I make sure like on like this Mother's Day, I'm going to make sure that I her birthday, Mother's Day, or sometimes just because I'm in the grocery store and I see flowers, I get flowers from my son to get to her. Like, I do stuff like that just to let her know I don't have an issue. I'm not mad at you. I don't feel no type of way. Like I at this point, I just want to show my kids that I still love their mom. I still I don't have any ill will, and I want to make sure that my son understands like these are the women in your life. This is what you have to do. Like every day when you're out, you need to think of these things for if you want to get something for your mom, get something for her. Make sure you appreciate like those type of things. That's my role in my son's life to his mom. And for them, I make sure that they know that she knows that they appreciate her and all the stuff she does.
That's really nice.
I'm very intentional about that.
Yeah.
But you were the literally. So when I first started doing comedy, like it was hard for me to comedy helped me because I didn't go to therapy, so comedy helped me get on stage and talk about these things like on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But with stand up, it is a community, but often it's not really the safest place. Like you don't feel safe. And it takes for people to make you feel that way in the scene. You were the first person that I didn't even know you. Like I seen you walking around like, who the fuck is this thick ass white girl? But you were literally the first person that made me feel safe in the scene because you brought me the divorce cupcakes, like a bunch of black ones too, black icing. What's she doing? What you gave them to me, and that was the first time I ever felt safe in the scene. Like you go to it's like being a kid and going to a new school, and you're just trying to figure out the people around you. But yeah, like the day my divorce was final, I went to do, or the week. It was like the week my divorce was final. I went to go do an open mic, and as soon as I walked in, you brought divorce cupcakes. I was like, oh.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You seemed happy that it was final.
Yeah. I was ecstatic.
Gotta celebrate.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I forget, what year was that?
That was like 2 years ago. So like 2000, what is this, 26? It might be 2024 maybe, or end of 2023.
Yeah. And
I don't remember.
I feel like the nice thing about the scene is like you become friends with people.
Yeah,
like obviously we've become friends and you do stuff like that for your friends.
Yeah, but that was like 2 months in when you did it. And I was like, oh, you really have you have good, you're just a nice person in general. But that was like, me moving into the neighborhood and then the neighbor comes with souffle or casserole or some shit. I'm like, oh.
I'm the welcome committee. Here's your basket.
Right. So yeah, no, but no, the divorce and all that stuff is. I think it was essential for me to it helped me learn myself. I learned a lot from marriage, but I think I learned even more from divorce as far as like the things I need out of a woman, the things and also not even just her, what I needed to work on in myself as a man to be better and understanding as far as like what that my role in a family doesn't have to be my wife's role. Like we should be able to be ourselves and make this work. But oh yeah, so I was able to work on some stuff for myself to let myself know that like, yep, I think I'm dead. That's another. I know I'm dead. I need to be married. After being married,
you need to.
Not need to, but being married is better than the alternative.
I don't know. My life's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, you got okay.
But no, I'm sure it is. If I were with the person that made me feel safe and made me like it was fun to be with and things like that, like, and it felt like it was my right person and they actually made effort and did things that were good, that made me feel like understood and things like that, I feel like I would be married.
You are a lover.
Oh.
You are a lover. Even the conversations we've had, like, you are a lover. Like you are a domesticated person, and and when because I've seen people waste your time and it pisses you off. It pisses you off. So, and nobody wants their time wasted. That don't mean that, but I'm just saying as far as like I can tell just by the conversations that we've had that it means something to you to find your person.
Yeah.
So
it does.
Yeah. So I'm not about to sit here and I'm not about to let you just sit here and act like my life's pretty good. Like, yeah, it is. But there's part of you that you want more.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hopefully that happens at some point. It was interesting the other day, this guy I know from work who's like probably my parents' age,
mm-hmm.
He randomly texted me and he was like, "You're gonna find your person." Like, and I was just like, or he's like, "I have faith in you," or something like that. I can't remember specifics, but I was like, that's really nice, but also like, why did you say that?
I've told you that though. I've told you that so many times. You are going to find your person. It's going to happen because it ultimately, it's all intention. And when you get rid of these people, when you get rid of these people, it's because you're intentional about what you need. So whenever you not getting what is intended for your life, you just push them to the side. And there's nothing wrong with that. That all comes with dating with intention. And because you date with intention, if they go against whatever it is that you believe that that you need in your relationship, you're going to get rid of them. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's also a part of dating with intention.
Yeah.
Not only do you find the person you want, but you also find a bunch of people you're not supposed to. And that's how it's supposed to go. That's the whole kissing frogs thing. So. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, what do you think about being friends for a while first before crossing the dating line?
Oh, yes. So I tell my best friend this, and this is not...
Is your best friend a boy or girl?
A woman. Okay. This is not me confessing love for her. This because this probably will make it out into ethos. I am not professing love for my best friend. That is not what this is. Trust me. She's the worst fucking person I know. I mean, the worst freaking person I know. She is the worst. This is not what this is. But I often tell her, and that's another thing with my ex-wife, we were not friends.
Oh.
And we didn't have time to be because we got married so fast. We didn't have that time.
Okay.
My next person, in that way, my next wife, she will be my best friend. It has to happen. Because when we were married, we didn't have that to fall back on. I didn't grieve after the divorce.
Oh man.
I mean, you lose a wife and you feel like a way. Like it happened. I was down for maybe like 2 months, and I was back outside. Like I was, I was outside. So I wasn't like, I didn't feel like what most men that married their best friend and then got a divorce. Like, cause you lose way more when you're losing a friend as well. I didn't have that. I didn't have that. So I didn't have that way of grieving was not there for me. My next one, my last wife, next and last wife, she will be my best friend. It has to be because you have to be able to fall back on something that maintains you both. And when you don't have that, it's so easy to just cut the cord and just move on.
That makes sense. So, do you feel like, and maybe if you're like friends first, it'll change a little bit, but do you feel like you have some growth to do as far as the way you argue goes? Because, like,
what you mean?
I feel like earlier, the way that you were talking about how you were just like, I wasn't wrong, and you kind of apologized, but you didn't like. I feel like I
didn't apologize.
I wasn't there, but it sounded like you guys didn't really like talk through anything, and you just kind of like.
Oh no, marriage. No, so this is another thing. Marriage is not like a relationship argument. Marriage arguments is like, I gotta deal with this motherfucker, and I gotta deal with you. Like it's not like sometimes it's a lot of pick your battles. It's a lot of pick your battles. It's not going to always be resolution. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it'll be, man, I was stupid. Let me just go fix this. Or in that case, it wasn't. I was right. In her mind, she probably was right. She wasn't, but I give you the story after we off of here. But it's a lot of picking your battles, and
I guess I just mean like, I don't know. In my mind, if there's some issue that comes up, and obviously I don't know, I don't need to know the scenario, whatever. But I feel like I hear from people a lot. You have to know how someone is in a fight, or like how you argue, how you and how you overcome the issues and things like that, and like how you're gonna treat each other. Because personally, I don't like drama, and I don't like yelling. I don't like any of it. So if I have an issue, I want to have a calm conversation when both people's emotions are level, and so we can have like a real conversation and like actually work through the issue.
Right.
And I don't know. I guess.
But you do that with a friend. That's when
true.
You do that with a friend. When you don't have that
Base.
Relationship, that base, that foundation, it's hard to do that.
Yeah, you need to have like a respect.
Right.
Level.
But when you don't notice, we feel like you don't know this person or something is going crazy, there's very rare is there respect in conversation. But when you actually are friends with somebody and you know what triggers them, like I know, especially when you friends with this person and you know what you did pissed her off or what you did pissed him off. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I was wrong because I know that bothered her because I'm her best friend. I know that she didn't like that and I did it anyway.
Yeah.
There's a easier way to apologize for stuff like that. But when you're not friends, it's kind of like, no, I'm right, you're wrong. And that's on both sides. Now, I don't have a problem being accountable.
Okay.
When I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong. I apologize to people all the time. All the time. I'm the I love you person all the time. Like whatever I feel, I am going to say and convey it because I'm gonna make this get dark. I have lost so many people in my life, like as far as death and stuff. I understand the value of every breath. So I don't toil over arguments. I don't like if I love you, I'm going to say I love you because I'm not one of the people that don't say it and then when you die, you get on Facebook and now everybody want to say I love you. But
he farted. You don't smell it?
No,
oh, it's ripe.
No.
Anyway, keep going. It's rough. Archie.
That's that 42-year-old fart.
So so you guys understand the context. We were doing dog math earlier, and he's 6 years old, so 6 times 7 is 42, unless my math is wrong. So we were talking about how they're the same age, and yeah, that 42-year-old dog fart stinks. You don't smell it at all?
It smell like me.
Anyway, sorry. I'm like, that's potent, and I couldn't ignore it.
Yeah, I
So.
can't even smell it.
Anyway, what were you saying?
Smells like Wednesday.
Oh my god.
No, it's just ultimately just when you have that friendship with somebody, you're able to know triggers and stuff. So that also makes it worse too. Like when you're actually friends with somebody and you touching triggers because you know better. Like you know this is going to piss this person off. Why are you doing it? So I'm also like I'm not. I was about to say calculated. I'm not calculated in that way. I'm just accountable. When I know I've hurt somebody or I've done something wrong, I fix it. If I know I love you or I need you in my life, I'm going to tell you. I don't hold back those type of things. Like it's just important that people know.
That makes sense. So I feel like I've asked you a bunch of questions. Do you have any questions for me about dating?
No, I seen your last date. I ain't got any questions. I kind of know where you're at. You're in the trenches. You are deep in the trenches. Yeah. I most time, yeah. If I didn't see the last date, then I would probably have some questions. But no, I know where you at mentally now. Like you just out here doing shit.
Okay, let's talk about this for a second.
When I text you.
What'd you say again?
I forgot what it was, bro. I
You
text
did
you
text me.
when we were in the comedy club. I text you like, hey, what are we doing right here? What is this? Like,
yeah.
where you find this thing?
Dating app.
Yeah, stay off of them.
Apparently.
Stay off of them dating apps.
Yeah, that's what I keep being told by everyone.
That's why it's important to unplug from social media because you can meet people where you are. And that sometimes that means meeting somebody, being at a coffee shop and meeting somebody the old-fashioned way, having a conversation. Sometimes it means just doing like normal things. But when you on them dating apps, people are literally on there lying.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Although I feel like it seems like the people that I've gone out with are honest. I think sometimes if they're lying, it might be about their dating intentions, though.
Yeah. That's lying.
I guess
that's the most important part.
And sometimes I think they're just so thoughtless about it, though. Like they think they want something, but they haven't actually sat down to figure out what they want. So, like,
it's too many options. People have too many options on the internet. So everything it's like, we was just walking Archie outside and to go use the bathroom, and nigga seen a rabbit and turned his head and he said, "Oh, let me go chase this rabbit." Like, no, we came out here to pee. Like, go pee. It's the same thing with dating. It's like it's so many options. Like you can be focused on one thing, and then an option comes by, then another one comes, and another one comes. You can't focus on the objective, and the objective should be, or if you're on a dating app, it should be intention to marry. Yeah. That's what you're trying to do. You're not on here trying to hook up. There are apps for that, but that is not what most people are on there trying to. There are people that are so fed up with just hookups and like frivolous meetings and like strength, like having no strength. People are fed up. Yeah. I watch, my favorite genre of movie is romantic rom-com.
Me too.
I've seen every single one. I don't care how bad it is.
What's your favorite?
See, it's going to go against what we're talking about. Because I have two.
Okay.
My two favorites that jump to my mind as soon as you ask are No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits.
Okay.
Those jump right to the front of my mind. But at the end of those movies, they realize that the intention that they have, that they were okay with just the frivolous like hookups. They had rules. Like, no, we're just gonna enjoy sex. That's what we're gonna do. By the end of it, one of them got love sick and couldn't handle their emotions, and then they ended up falling in love with each other. And then that is what you looking up?
I'm looking up the movies to see if I've seen them.
Oh, with Justin Timberlake's in Friends with Benefits, Ashton Kutcher is No Strings Attached with Natalie Portman.
Yeah, and Friends with Benefits has Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis, yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen Friends with Benefits. It's been a while, and I think I've seen No Strings Attached.
No Strings Attached is probably my favorite.
You know what? You may have just inspired me to watch one of these movies soon.
No, start with No Strings Attached.
Okay, I can do that.
It's probably one of my favorites. But yeah, that rom-coms are my literal favorite. Like I've seen it almost every single one. I'll sit and watch anyone. It don't matter how bad it is. I just like to see how stuff starts and then the arc of it, and then ultimately we know what's going to happen by it. Not all the time. Sometimes somebody end up getting killed or something, but for the most part, they find it ends up being love. But I don't even know where did I get there?
I don't even know either. That's so funny. Let's see. Okay, we got to wrap up in like probably I think 7-ish minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, what else should we talk about regarding dating with a comedic twist? It doesn't have to have a comedic twist. Have you ghosted? Have you been a ghoster? Do you have anyone you want to roast?
No, I don't get nobody no time like that. I have been. Now that is my number one pet peeve.
What
is
ghosting?
Being
ghosted.
Yeah.
Why?
Only because of my time. Like I do not care if you make a plan and then something comes up and then you can't do it. Or hell, if nothing even comes up, you just don't want to come. Just tell me so I can adjust my life, because I have other stuff I could be doing as well. But when people don't, and they just don't show up, or they just don't call or something like that, it's like that burns me up. I hate it.
Has that happened to you?
Oh yeah,
very much.
More than I like.
I think once is more than anyone would like.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I don't want to say it happens all the time, but it when it does happen, it does bother me. So I'm not the person that'll do that. I'm not going to not. I don't want to watch that back in it. I'm not going to not.
Fix your sentence, go.
I'm not going to be the one to not tell somebody like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to do that. Like, I will at least respect you enough to respect whatever you could have something that you could have been doing, because I hate when that happens to me.
Yeah. Wait, so you're not going to be the one to tell someone you can't come? Unless you that post-nut clarity gets you.
Yeah, no. Even with post-nut clarity, I will say, hey, man, I just busted a nut. I ain't going to be able to make it. No, I ain't going to say that. But I will say...
You'll just make sure that you communicate.
That with enough time, like, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. I'm not going to be able to do this. I will voice it. I'm not just going to just not tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do that. But, yeah, so I don't ghost people. Well... in the way I don't ghost people. I guess you could still call post-nut clarity ghosting, but I just, you know.
I wouldn't call it ghosting, because ghosting is when you don't communicate and you just vanish. Right. And I feel like you actually are communicating. And that's the biggest thing. I feel like people suck at communicating sometimes.
Suck at it so bad.
Yeah.
And it's like not that hard.
No, it's not.
It's like so easy to just tell somebody like how you feel about something or what you're not feeling. Like, it's so easy. To do that. And I'm coming from a different place when I say that. Maybe some people, it might be hard for them to do. I don't know what type of trauma people be having, but if you got that type of trauma, you don't need to be dating. Leave people alone. Stay to yourself. If you can't communicate, then if you cannot communicate, your relationship with people, not even a significant other, is not going to last. It is not going to last.
Go to therapy.
Go do that. If you do something.
Therapy's a good thing.
Yeah, you got therapists?
I go.
I haven't been since my divorce.
Why not?
Because I'm perfect. Nah, I don't know. I honestly, I'm about to start going back because I stopped smoking. It'll be a month. Actually, it's been a month.
Weed?
Yep. I stopped smoking March 30th.
Good for you.
I didn't quit. I stopped. But
what's the difference?
Stop means like it's had a stop sign, and the green light is going to come. It'll happen again eventually. I'm taking a year.
A whole year?
Yeah, no smoking for a year.
Why?
Just because I just want to like be able to not live with myself, but feel whatever I need to feel, because that's been a difficult journey for me this past month, is actually sitting with my emotions and feelings, because weed was suppressing it.
I see. Actually, that makes a lot of sense, because
Yeah.
a lot of people use alcohol and weed, and
Yeah.
you don't consume
And
either.
I don't drink. I stopped. It's been 15 months drinking, so
Yeah.
I don't drink. I quit drinking. I'm
Yeah.
never going back to drinking. But smoking, yeah, I don't even gonna say. I'm not gonna say I quit smoking, but I'm stopping for a year.
Yeah.
But that has been a transition for me, is figuring that part of like, even a lot of my divorce and all of that stuff, a lot of that has popped up with me, because I know I was suppressing it then because of smoking. But now that I'm not smoking, like, all of these things just keep coming. They come up. So I'm definitely gonna see a therapist for sure.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's nice to have a neutral third party person to just talk to about stuff that's not trying to manipulate you into something that's going to give them a gain in their life.
Yeah.
So,
but that's why I told you earlier about not telling people your stuff, because they can manipulate it, and they come in and they can, oh man, I'll never do that to you. I'll never hurt your feelings like that. And the whole time they thinking like, oh man, she look like she can cry real good. Maybe,
that would be so weird.
I don't know how that just popped up. But yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there are people out there who don't care about you. And once they figure out that somebody else treated you bad, dang, I can too. Especially if you're a good woman or a good man. If you're a good woman or man, people are terrible people. So they want good people. They want good, better people than them. So they'll do whatever they have to do to not have to do as much to get the person that they want. So that's why I say, don't tell people. Don't tell people your shit. Don't give. And that's why you need friends. You tell your friends. You unload on them. Do not tell somebody you're interested in what you've been dealing with. Don't do it, because people will disappoint you.
I definitely have been disappointed by plenty of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. Do better, everybody.
Got to do better.
Yeah. So I think we're about exactly at an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So we should actually wrap up. Any last things that you want to share? Any last piece of dating advice you want to put out there to the world?
No, just jerk off more. Flick your beans. Also you flick your bean a little bit before you go on a date. And you be like, yeah, I don't think I want to deal with this nigga tonight, because I don't even think this might be a complete waste of time. Like, this was complete lust I was about to go out with him for. Now you flicked your bean a little bit, and now it's like, yeah, now I'm cool. I'm gonna just stay home and eat ice cream and watch TV or something.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Yeah, do it.
I feel like
you'll do it. You save heartache, I save money.
Okay, I have one more thing that I'm gonna bring up, and then I'm gonna wrap up.
Okay.
Going back to the weed alcohol thing,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just putting this out there. If someone does an excessive amount of anything, I feel like that's a red flag.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yes. No. I was about to try to make an excuse for him, because I was about to say some people just enjoy. No, those things aren't good for us. So not weed. I'm not talking about weed. Alcohol especially. If you drink an excessive amount of alcohol, you are burying something. And you might need to get that checked out, taken care of, do some self-inventory, go see a therapist or whatnot. But there's not, like, most people smoke. There's a lot of people who smoke weed all over the world that do it for spiritual practices. So it's a lot of spirituality.
Like all day, every day?
Well, I wouldn't say all day, every day. But drinking, no. There is no place in the world where drinking is good for you. So when you're doing it, especially at excessive rates, you are burying something, and that is a red flag. Like, because you're killing yourself. Essentially, you are killing yourself when you do that.
Do you think people getting high all day, every day is a red flag?
Yes. Because what the hell? Like, why do you want to be that high? Like, why do you want to be that high? It just don't make sense. Like, what are you running from where you have to escape from everything that often? That was aggressive.
He just wants pets. Well, I think let's wrap up.
Right, stay away from my nuts.
Oh, thanks for being on here.
Yep, no problem.
May your dates be great and your red flags be obvious, and you don't
Yes.
have dogs scratching your nuts.
Yeah, at all. And licking them.
Talk to you next time.